Legend of Total War here, and today we're doing another top 5 Total War video. This time I'm covering the top 5 best settlements in a Total War game. Each game will only be able to present one settlement from their respective game in the top 5, so that we don't have, multiple settlements from the same game in the top 5 list. I'll use as many criteria as possible to try to determine what the best settlement is, because there's lots of different factors that could determine what the best settlement might be. Anyway, let's jump into the number 5 pick. Coming in at number 5 is Kyoto in Total War Shogun 2. Apart from requiring to capture this city in order to win the campaign, it has a lot of other bonuses as well, and a few drawbacks as well. Capturing this settlement will bring a lot of negative attention from pretty much all the other clans. If you haven't already started the Realm Divide, it'll probably trigger it. That being said, you don't even have to capture Kyoto in order for Realm Divide to happen, so that sort of happens anyway. Now, capturing Kyoto and holding it for 4 turns will make you the Shogun, which provides you with the following bonuses. +1 morale to all units, enables the recruitment of the Great Guard, enables the construction of the Nihon Maru, +2% bonus to clan-wide tax rate, and most importantly I think, +1 to the Daimyo's honor, which is very important for maintaining public order in all your settlements. So the more honor you have, either you can keep your settlements from revolting, or increase the tax rate, allowing you to make more money. It's the only settlement in the game that provides that. It's also so well developed at the beginning of the campaign that if you manage to capture it, it would take an enormous force in order for the AI to actually take it back off you. So that's why it gets the number 5 slot. Anyway, let's move on now to the number 4 pick. Coming in at number 4 is, for Total War Attila, it's actually Riga. I bet you thought I was going to say Constantinople there for a second. Anyway, no, it's actually Riga. Now, I'm sure some people will be like, what, Riga? Why Riga? It's a bit of an obscure one, right? Well, there's a lot of things that I took into consideration for Total War Attila. Now, the main reason why I consider Riga the most valuable settlement in the game is because of its wonder here, Mount Damavand. Now, on Legendary difficulty, public order is extremely difficult to maintain, and Mount Damavand provides a +2 public order bonus faction-wide. It's the highest bonus you can get for this in the campaign. This honestly would make conquering and holding onto your settlements faction-wide so much easier. And when you think about it, Constantinople doesn't provide anything. It is a very defensible settlement. Yes, it's very difficult for the enemy to take it, but they're going to try and take it quite often. Riga is nestled nice in the east. It's probably never even going to see attack apart from at the beginning of the campaign against the White Huns. And quite frankly, the AI using the White Huns usually don't survive that long. So the Attila the Hun, or just the Huns in general, are probably never even going to set foot in Riga, meaning it's pretty damn secure. Now, of course, only some factions are going to have easy access to this, for example, the Sassanids. But we've already established that Assassinids are probably one of the most powerful factions in this game. Now, there is one other settlement that does provide a public order bonus, but it's only +1. It's Paratonium, over here in Libya. But, in my opinion, Riga is actually the best settlement in this game. Now, of course, it's not the richest settlement in the game, but when I had a look at all of this stuff, most settlements do, like most major settlements, do provide more or less the same income if you build the same buildings. Yes, there's gold in some settlements, but gold in Total War Attila, especially in the late game, is pretty worthless because of the corruption penalties, reducing the amount of money you make from the settlement anyway, and also because public order problems are caused by it just overwhelm the settlement, so you end up having to build so many other things just to negate the gold. Gold is actually really not worth building. So that's why I think Riga is the number 4 pick for this game. Anyway, let's move on now to number 3. Coming in at number 3 is the settlement of Jerusalem in Medieval 2 Total War. Aside from the fact that Jerusalem is required to be captured in order to complete the campaign, Jerusalem also is the only settlement in the game that provides a global bonus to anything. It provides a +15% bonus to public order due to glory, which is it's a pretty huge bonus. Okay, now if you're good at the game, 15% public order bonus is not really that big of a difference. It'll allow you to up the taxes a little bit or leave a settlement earlier to go and conquer something else, as in move your army out. That being said, there's no other settlement in the game that does provide any global bonuses at all. It's also situated in a pretty good territory with, good access to trade. The biggest downside to Jerusalem is the fact that everybody wants Jerusalem. So, much like Kyoto, other people are going to come and try and get it off you. But if you can manage to take and hold it, it's, in my opinion, the most valuable settlement in the game. It's not necessarily the richest settlement in the game, but public order, in my opinion, is more valuable than gold. Anyway, let's now move on to the number 2 pick. Coming in at number 2 is the settlement of Corinth in Rome Total War, and the main reason for this is, of course, the statue of Zeus at Olympia. This provides a global bonus to your public order by plus 20%, which in Rome Total War, that's gigantic. Now, people do often really struggle with public order in Rome Total War, especially once you get to the huge city-state. There's not a lot you can do to negate the squalor penalty. So what the primary thing to do once you've actually got huge cities is to make sure that you own Corinth. It'll make maintaining all of your settlements so much easier. Now, there were other settlements that were a contender in this game. Every settlement in this game can essentially build the same, just have the same structures as any other settlement. So the income can completely vary depending on, various factors. But the 7 wonders of the world, of the ancient world, do set them apart from the others. And another one that I was comparing it to was Rhodes, providing a naval trade bonus by 40%. But in my personal opinion, public order is more important than money. Because if you don't have public order, you're going to lose the settlement. And, they are 2 really good settlements, but in my opinion, Corinth is just that little bit more important. Because you can always just... it stops your settlement from revolting. It doesn't matter how much money the settlement makes in trade if it's going to revolt. Corinth keeps it in line. Yes, Rhodes is a good settlement as well, but I still think that Corinth is the best settlement in this game. Anyway, let's now move on to the number 1 pick. Coming in at number 1 is the ancient city of Quintics in Total War Warhammer 2, which is available both in the Vortex campaign and in Mortal Empires. But in this example, I'm using Mortal Empires. So, why exactly Ancient City of Quintics? It's arguably the richest city in the game, and it has the best bonus in the game. It is the initial capital of Morathi, and in my opinion, like I said, it is not only the best settlement in this game, but the best settlement ever in any Total War title because of the bonuses that it provides faction-wide. So like I said, already this is a province that is, in this particular campaign, uninhabitable for the Lizardmen here. But it's still making, if I show you, it is actually just the richest settlement in the game. And this is with just about all provinces captured. Okay? So the other contender, this is for the Lizardmen. The other one is Hexawada, which is suitable climate. So how is it possible that an unsuitable climate, which all the settlements in this province are, for this faction, all unsuitable, how is it possible that with a penalty to, income from all building minus 50%, how is it possible that this settlement here is worth so much money? And it all comes down to just one building. This one here. The most overpowered building in the game. So this landmark here, the Sanctum of Quintics, is the game changer. You get a hold of this and build up to tier 5, the game becomes so much easier. Income generated plus 1,000. Growth plus 40. Research rate plus 10%. But here's the big one. Public order minus 90% penalty due to presence or lack of corruption. That is gigantic. By having that settlement, all of your other settlements will basically take just barely any public order penalties due to corruption. So if you're dealing with vampires, if you're dealing with a high chaos corrupted area, if you're dealing with Norsca, it is so much easier to hold on to those territories and continue your expansion without constant revolts if you hold on to this. In addition to that, it also provides plus 100% income for all regions in this province, which is why it basically negates the income from all buildings minus 50%, which is why this province here not only is the richest region in the game, but also the best for public order. There are certainly other settlements that do provide a great bonus to the faction, but I can't think of any that is better than the Sanctum of Quintics for, the majority of the factions that are able to build this. I think all factions are able to, but I haven't captured this city with all factions, so I can't say that for certain. But I'm definitely going to put my foot down here and say that this settlement here is fucking OP. But, you know, you got to get there in the first place. This is why I think that is definitely the best settlement in the game. Anyway, that's my top 5 pick. Do you agree? Or do you think that there is actually a better settlement in a Total War game? Let me know in the comments below, and also let me know what top 5 video you want me to do next. Until then, I'll see you next time, fuckers.